Yo, yo, yo. I'm not going to do that intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the SeetherCord podcast. Whoa, it's the SeetherCord podcast.
Yeah.
I've been trying to make a intro because every podcast these days has like an extreme,
It's the
you know, like,
SeetherCord podcast.
do you know how like every podcast has like an intense like intro theme and it's just two boring people talking?
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really watch
Cramp-
podcasts.
Yeah, but Crampsy's not here this time because she would rather stream on Twitch, and then I kidnapped her and threw her in my van. So she's not here today.
Scary. I'm too scary for Crunchy. You know.
No,
I'm very,
no,
I'm very,
like,
I'm scary, dude. Are you not scared?
I don't know. Crampsy is too scary for the viewers. They're just like they complain like, "Oh, get her out of here. She's scary."
Boo.
You know, like you don't piss off Crampsy. You know, she just like she beats me when I misbehave and everything.
I don't. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Chile. Chile.
I'm just kidding. Mm-hmm. Chile? Oh, we're not in the country of Chile. We're in the country of
okay,
Paraguay.
SeetherCord. All right.
SeetherCord. Anyways, I am SeetherCord, and we have our wonderfully person on our podcast, Wolficide, and you guys might be wondering, of all people to have on here for a third time, why this fucker?
What a cruel way to say that. Because I'm cool. That's why.
Yes, this is Wolficide again on. He has come back to the podcast since I think it was January of last year,
Yep.
and now he's grown to over 11 million subscribers. How does it feel?
11,000. It feels like I am the same person with higher pressure, if that helps.
Yeah, and you already got the diamond play button. How does it feel?
Dude, I wish, yo. I wish I had the diamond play button. I'd have that. Ooh, I'd be flexing heavily.
God.
Telling
I don't know. God, man. But anyway, we have our guest on here, Mr. Wolficide. Do you like Mr. Wolficide or not?
No. I'll just take Wolficide, or yeah.
Yes, and
Or
as you can clearly,
Beyonce,
you guys
actually.
might Beyonce, but yes. Now there might be some confusion. Be like, oh, this doesn't sound like the Wolficide we knew. Well, you know, he's gone through the pubesies, the pubesies, the puberties.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. If you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, he went from little coconut head Justin Bieber to spiky lesbian hair Justin Bieber, so that's nice.
Wow. Okay, look, you can't do a 2-minute intro where you just insult me and how I look and how I sound. That's not cool. So I'm going to proceed to do...
You insult me in every collab I do with you on your channel.
We haven't done a collab in like 2
Life
years.
comes up.
Okay.
Life comes up, dude.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
But anyway. I'm
cool. I don't have spiky hair. I'm not Justin Bieber. I'm Beyonce. And I'm really cool, and I'm legally sexy.
All right. But yeah, we have him on here and everything. He has been on here, and he kind of wanted us to come back to do a continuing podcast to really give kind of another update, you know, because last time we got some people saying, you know, oh, it felt too much like a therapy session or something. I don't know. Just kind of like we have like a final part to the trilogy. I guess this is like the final chapter, like of the Lord of the Rings for Wolficide or something.
Character
How does it
development's
feel?
very high. Very high.
Yeah. Yeah,
course.
like part 3 of the trilogy. You know, got to finish it off and everything with like 2 epic first installments and then like kind of a half-assed third installment. So,
I wouldn't say half-assed. I would assume the production quality of the third will be better than the other 2.
yeah, I mean, no, I'm just saying like with trilogies, typically like the first 2 are like really awesome and epic, and the third one's like
sucks. Yeah.
It's not like half-assed.
Disney
you know?
Star Wars is the best example. God, that was terrible.
No, I would say like it got bad once the second one came around, but I don't know. That's just me. I don't want to piss off Star Wars fans,
I
but
for
yeah.
one liked the second, but I hated the third. But each to their own, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. But we basically have him on here, and he's basically going to give us kind of an update to everything. But first, let's kind of let you explain like what was really going on in the first 2 podcasts, because you know yourself better than I know you. At least that's what I hope.
I think I do. Okay, so the first podcast, if to the best of my memory, I came on here and I was very, I had, I'd say 300 subscribers. I was very young. I was very new to a lot of things, and I had big dreams. I had big goals I wanted to pursue. And for some reason, for 30 minutes of the podcast, I talked about how I constantly checked my stats. Well, newsflash, my stats back then weren't that interesting in the slightest, so I don't know why I was so addicted to them. But nevertheless,
oh my god, I got 5 subs, guys. We're gonna make
yes,
a
I
huge
earned 3
celebration
subs
special
today. Let's go. I wouldn't even get 3. I probably got like 1 a day. Period. But nevertheless, it was just me talking about how I'm stressed a lot, and I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna tell you again. Back then, I did not. I wouldn't know what actual stress was if it bit me in the ass. Pardon my language, of course. But anyway, the second podcast, I kind of just talked about me and my future plans and how I wanted things to flow and how I thought the year 2019 would go. And that rhyme, that's a bar. But the year 2019 did not go how I predicted it would in that podcast. And now
yeah, man, like things were really rough for you and everything in the second podcast, telling me everything. And like, you were like overworking yourself, and you worked 12 hours on a video straight, living off of like one hot pocket and everything.
I mean, I gotta give it to myself. No matter how old I am over the years, I've been very dedicated. I gotta give myself that.
Oh yeah, like super dedicated, dude. Like,
of course.
like you were trying to make, like you were making like a you're making like your whole thing going with your channel like a factory, like a Chinese sweatshop or something, dude.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I got way different plans now. I'm cruising, and
can you make my iPhone?
No.
Okay, yeah, but now we're here, we're queer, and we got ourselves our final.
So proud of you on coming out. Can we? So proud of you on coming out, Seether. Wow, that's character development.
God, yeah, but no, we're gonna like have him on here, and he's basically gonna kind of just explain what he's gonna be doing now, because I feel like it'd be cool, kind of have like a weird story arc for the podcast or something, like how some podcasts have more of like kind of a story-driven one. We'll make it like kind of like a weird autobiography for Wolficide and everything. Or maybe we might have a part 4, if we want to reboot the franchise,
Part 4, maybe. I mean, I can't predict any of my decisions. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to eat after this. But,
dude, the like tuna fish Hot Pockets, man.
I don't have any Hot Pockets right now.
You have any toilet paper?
A lot, actually.
Oh my god. Sell that shit on eBay, dude.
I know, because we need toilet paper, as we are humans as well.
You don't need toilet paper. Like, everyone going crazy with toilet paper, just wash your butt, that's all.
Just take a shower after you shit, in my opinion.
I've been doing that for 4 years. I don't buy toilet paper for that reason.
Yeah, I mean...
Or be like the Japanese and have a bidet. A bidet?
No, I did sell 2 rolls of toilet paper to my neighbors, and I got $20 for 2 rolls.
You are a horrible human being to sell it for $20.
I'm a businessman with a business plan, you see? 2 dots together. We know how to do it.
Wolficide's gonna fucking start selling like grains of rice to starving African children for like $20 a pop.
Man, is this my channel or yours?
I'm just saying, dude. That's really fucking. That's kind of heartless to sell a roll of toilet paper for $10 each to your neighbors.
They aren't poor. They can afford it, and they did. All right. But,
America. That's
America. Yeah. It's cool. I got my cash up. Yeah, no. Life is certainly eventful for me,
Definitely. Talk about since then. Let's talk about what's happened, right. What's been popping, Jimbo, since January of 2019, the last podcast, up to this moment right now. You go, man.
Okay. This is the sit down, sit tight, even though none of you probably have anything to do because it's quarantine time. So since January 2019, I started majoring in marketing. I started pursuing music as an actual career choice. I met a lot of people and I lost a lot of people. I went through a couple shitty relationship decisions. I failed my permit test 3 times. That's a lie. It was once.
I failed it twice. Don't feel bad.
started a record label, started working. I released my debut album, and I started working on my second full length album for 8 months, and spent half a K on it, which is actually coming out April 25th. What I got an addiction to buying jewelry and clothes. Started blowing a lot of money. I
You gotta have that flex money though,
Oh
you
no,
know,
I
dude.
do.
Like,
I flex on the
embrace
gram.
that.
I flex on the my mic. I flex on the gram. You know.
You're right. It's okay. But yeah, like, you know, the more money to make, the more you gotta spend. That's the
Of
thing, you
course.
know. Gotta invest in that
Yeah.
crony
I
capitalism,
vented on
dude.
the first podcast about being a kind of a nobody in school and all that. Well, that's a lie. Kind of a popular kid before quarantine hit. You know. Character development. Obviously, I went from 14 to 16 years old, so you have the fundamentals of mental development.
No,
And
that's great, dude. You know, you were definitely giving us some, like, you know, I'm glad you didn't go down the school shooter path, you know.
I'm yeah no I'm I you know I went from half-assing a school to becoming a straight A student. I still half-assed it. I just got straight A's for some reason. I did not try. I'm gonna be honest. I did not. Well, I'm talking about, like, I said did as in quarantine's here, so there's no school anymore. But when it
I
was,
don't. I hear there's a strategy to guessing in school when it comes to multiple choice
yeah, I
and
heard that
everything.
too, and that's a lie.
Oh, really? You just
Never
gotta have
works.
the
Never works.
horseshoe.
Nope. I just trust common sense. The thing with big tests is sometimes they'll give you, especially when it comes to science or English, mostly science, they'll give you the answer to a question in a previous question, and you won't even know it. This goes with finals and assessments. But yeah, no, I've record label, music pursuing, market pursuing. I've blown up a bit. I got older, made a couple of shitty decisions, lost a lot of people, met a lot of people, made contacts. Made a lot of money, lost a lot of money, and I think I got. I mean, you know, as a 16-year-old for only a little bit over 2 months now, I'd say I got a lot going for myself. I've done a lot, you know, but at the end of the day, before this podcast, I had a bomb ass bowl of SpaghettiOs, and that was fire.
Spaghettios.
That was good. That was
Yeah,
highlight of my
that,
day.
that is amazing, dude. You're like, you love it as a kid, like, oh, Spaghettios, like
No,
Chef
dude.
Boyardee,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
I stopped eating SpaghettiOs for years, and I picked it up again this year. I'm like, why'd I stop, dude? Oh, it's so good, so good.
Love it now, dude, because, like, you're gonna, like, as a kid, you're like, man, I love this, and then when you're an adult, you'll be like, man, why did I put this shit in my body?
Oh no, it tastes okay. Don't get me wrong. It's half the time it tastes like shit, but if you don't have it after a couple of weeks and you have it again, it's good. But no, it's very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. I know that for sure. Not a very fitness person though. Stay fit though. It's cool.
You gotta, instead, you would be, I could see maybe you could be like, fitness, more like fitting this whole bowl of SpaghettiOs in my mouth.
Indubitably. Indubitably.
Yes.
Man, yeah,
Definitely.
no, I stay fit. I'm 5'7", 125 pounds. So
I play FIFA, you know, so
oh
I
yeah,
stay in shape.
I see.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Well,
Maybe staying in shape. I don't know with the quarantine, man. You know, some people are saying, you know, being in quarantine. Oh, I can't say that. Fuck.
man, you told me
I'll
not
censor
to do
it.
that.
I'll censor it.
Moving on. Yeah, no,
Beep.
yeah, I keep, I stay fit. I mean, quarantine got me eating.
Get those stress levels up. You know, burn them calories.
I mean, the stress levels will be up. I listed a lot of stuff I have to do, but like the stress levels aren't too much up since I'm on my own schedule all the time. Any work I do is all my choice about when I'm doing it. So that's probably the best part. Without school.
I wish I had that privilege, but more power to you, man, on that.
Well, I mean,
But no, you pretty much become kind of an entrepreneur in the span of what is it, like
yeah.
15 months?
Oh yeah, no, most definitely, man. I got like, yeah, no, I got a lot of plans, and it's great. I got so much. This year is gonna be huge. I already know, already is, but
Yeah, hopefully it will like progress even more so with that. So let's go into more like the nitty gritty of what you've been doing, I guess. So like the things that have been going on. First, maybe we could talk about the music industry, what you're getting into. Tell us about tell the viewers about that, like your little music thing you got going on.
okay. So My music thing. Okay, so to run down my discography development, I'd say when I first started, I got inspiration from a friend, and I dropped a project slash mixed. I'm gonna call it a project. I dropped like a little like 11-track project. It was a meme. For example, there was an interlude called 4 Years where I cried about getting scammed out of Roblox items when I was 8. Track 2 was called 4 a.m. and the point of view of the song was it was like I was rapping at a to a therapist, and I was saying stuff like, "Man, I can't even reach the top shelf. I can't reach the pedal when I'm driving." Stuff like that. It was a whole meme. Um,
Just put a block of wood on your foot when you get in the car or
I
something.
know
Or
I
wear
can.
high
No, no,
heels.
it's
Wear high
no, no. I
heels.
can. I can. No, I can reach the pedal now. I was like 5 foot then, but nevertheless, yeah. No, I dropped the meme project, and basically people told me they were like, "Hey, you should actually try to make actual music because we think you'll do good." And I was like, maybe. So then I made a second project called Party in the Backyard. May I add, the first project took 2 days to make. The Party in the Backyard, which was the second project, first project I made seriously, it took me, how can I say this? It took me 6 weeks. It was a
6 weeks.
12-track. I labeled it as an album. I don't anymore. It was just it was a project. It's told a story throughout. It was like basically throughout the album, it was like a high school party. It was your typical teenage high school party. From the beginning, it would start up. The middle would be the highlight of the party, and as it ended, it would result in regrettable decisions. Oh no, why we do this? This is pretty shitty. It was like collaborators who got drugged out and stuff like that, and it was a really cool concept actually, but the problem is I didn't pull it off well. Um, the execution is what I was looking for. The execution was trash, as in my vocal ability sucked and my songwriting abilities also sucked. So I released it. Some people liked it. Most people didn't, but they didn't tell me that. Uh,
Hey man, you're gonna have some highs and you're gonna have some lows in that career.
course. So,
You're gonna have some podcasts where I have great guests on.
mhm,
Like for me, like I'm gonna have podcasts with great guests on. I'm gonna have some
of
podcasts where
course.
I have Wolficide on.
So
Some
I
ups and
took.
downs.
Thank you. So I took a few months, and look, the only reason why I said thank you is you put me in my whole own category, and I respect that. So anyway, I took that was March 2019. So then I took a break. Then I wanted to make an album. I was like, okay, that album sucked, and there was still some meme to it. So I didn't want to do that. I was like, what if I make an actual registered debut album? So I started working on my actual debut album, aka third project, called Good Morning Wolficide. Now my artist name's not Wolficide. It's just that on streaming services, I'm on like Spotify, Apple Music, and all that. It's called Wolficide, and um, I'm not allowed to change it apparently. Um, I tried to change it to my actual first name and last name, as in I want to take music seriously, but it's like, oh, it was like the services that I used to upload to all streaming platforms that told me I couldn't do that. So I'm kind of just stuck with being titled Wolficide on Spotify and all that until further notice. But anyway, excuse me. So I made the album. That one took me, I'd say, 8 weeks. No, 9 weeks. So that's a 3 week. So we went from 2 days to 6 weeks to 9 weeks. And that album was an 11-track album. And the difference is the first two were kind of like purely hip hop, and with a little bit of meme. This one had hip hop, R&B, lo-fi, pop on it. So basically, this one didn't have a story. This album was kind of just me trying to test my versatility while also testing if I can actually try some serious music. People loved it. I had a lot to improve on, but people were like, "Yo, some like there's just tracks in here that are really good." And this was July 2019. So after that, I took time and I invested, and I this is gonna be the longest segment I talk about here. So August, my family and I took a 1 day vacation across the state. We went to downtown Memphis, beautiful, which was actually, people who don't know, it's actually the city that created jazz and rock music.
Oh,
So
nice.
there's music.
You took a trip to where again? You cut out for a second.
We went to Memphis, downtown Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh.
And Memphis is
Oh, that's cool.
jazz and rock originated. Elvis was born there and all that. So,
I think he was born in Mississippi.
What?
Elvis was born in Mississippi.
Was I think?
I think
No,
he
no,
moved
see, I think
there.
what-
Yeah, he was.
Okay, he died there. I'm sorry, he died there.
Okay, yeah.
He died there. Justin Timberlake was also born there. He was actually born there. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, no, he died in Memphis. That's what I meant. Oops. Rest in peace, by the way.
It's all right.
Of course. So there's museums there, and I for one love long car rides. I'm not the type of teenager to kind of just spend all my time on my phone. So in the car, for long car rides, I like to kind of look out the window, and I like to just kind of observe scenery as it goes by and just kind of daydream. I daydream a lot. It's where my creative process comes from. And what I did was I tried to think of a few concepts. I was like, okay, I made 2 projects that sucked. I made the one that was pretty good, but I could still improve, and it didn't have direction. I'm like, so I want to make something that's really good. I improve. It involves versatility, and it involves direction. Excuse me. Pretty much involves what the previous albums lacked, and bring them all together to make something full-fledged. And I'm like, okay, so here we go. So the album is called Beautiful Narcissism. It's an A-side and B-side album, as there's 16 tracks. First 8 tracks tells a story. The second 8 tracks continue the story, but the genre switch. The first 8 tracks were R&B and hip-hop, and the second 8 tracks are lo-fi, pop, and R&B based. Now, throughout the album, I play a character, and basically, it's like, okay, so the first 8 tracks, I embrace. Now, disclaimer, the name is Beautiful Narcissism. Obviously, there's nothing beautiful about narcissism. That's emotional that's emotional manipulation. That's, mental scarring and all that. So basically,
it's an oxymoron, if that makes sense.
Yep, exactly so. Exactly
Okay.
so. So, it was embracing my bad traits. The character I play was somebody who wanted nothing but fame, money, power, and would do anything to get it. They would throw their love life away. They would throw their friends away. Basically do anything to get that. As the album went on, the character would face realities that would kind of hit them, as in they get dumped, they get cheated on, they get played, they start to become depressed, they lose all their friends, and basically the character gets hit with more realities as the album goes on until it finally ends. Gotta keep it vague, as in, the album's not out yet. But so that's and what I wanted to do was I wanted to tell this whole story with a fully constructed album, where the story isn't too in your face, where you can listen to the songs and not realize it's telling a story. Because obviously one song isn't going to tell a story. It's the project in its entirety. So if I bump one song that goes hard, or it's a bop, because I'm not going to say if it is. There are bops. It's all bops. I love it. So, if I bump one song and I'm bopping to it and I'm riding to it, I'm cruising, I'm just having fun, it's not going to come to me that, oh yeah, this is part of a story, because I wanted to make a story-based album where the individual songs you could just listen to without, it kind of popping up in your face and being obnoxious. And as I spent 2 days, 6 weeks, and then 9 weeks on projects, this one took me 8 months. And as my budget for the first day was $0, the budget for this was $500. Sound engineers, producers, and all that. So, I finished it last week, I'd say. No, it was like 2 weeks ago. And it's such a good body of work. I'm so proud of it. And it's the biggest thing I've made in my entire life. And a lot of people are hyped for it. The thing with music is I would have people in school would recite my lyrics. My entire family has listened to my stuff. A lot of people online listen to it. So it's like everywhere. It's worldwide. It's like, unlike my videos that really only people online would watch, it's like everyone would reference my music. Rather, like I said, it'd be family, other students, or like viewers online. So it's a whole nother world, and it's something I invest a lot of my like soul into, and I'm really glad I found it. Because not only that, but a lot of the problems I'd struggled with in the past that I discussed on podcasts when it comes to stress, mental health issues that, I still do struggle with, but it's like music is the greatest outlet for your emotions in the entire world, and I fully believe that.
Well, I would say like for in certain individuals, yeah, but like
Well,
there's some other outlets
okay,
that for some
obviously,
people, like some people, it could be.
yeah,
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like
subjective,
it's a really good one. Yeah,
subjective,
it's a
yeah,
healthy
of
one.
course. I mean, yeah, I mean, I tried therapy, friends. I was a story writer for a long time. I actually have a show I'm co-writing later this year, an animated one. So, but it's like I've done story writing, video creation, music production, and then like you know a lot of stuff that involves creative outlets, and nothing really has helped me in an emotional and mental sense as much as music has. So it's a whole another field, and I'm so glad that I found it.
Yeah, that's really good. Like it seems like you came a long way. Like when it comes to like mental health, and especially like with YouTube and like content creation, or just doing a lot of work with
Of
creative
course.
outlets, especially with the internet
Oh
and
my god.
technology. Mental health can really be at risk for a lot of
Of
people. Like
course.
so many YouTubers and like music
It's the
creators even can get
people,
depressed because,
you know?
yeah, if you do independent work, it can definitely,
Yeah.
unless you be careful with it, you could really screw up your mental health. So
Hmm.
it's good that you're able to like be both productive. But would you say there is some sort of like social aspect to making your videos or to making music or so? Like, do you get involved with others with making it? Is it like
Oh
collaborative in
yeah,
any way?
no. I will say this right now. I wouldn't have a upcoming music career, nor would I even be on YouTube if it wasn't for anyone I know. As I need to say this, you made a video where you ranked for YouTubers, as you said, and you put me in the bottom tier because you said someone edits my videos for me. That is not true. Someone sometimes edits a minute or so, but I do most of everything. Yeah, no. So like, I have a friend. At Laszlo Wolf. He sometimes like I'll send him a video and I'll say, "Hey, can you edit like from 6 to 7 minutes, like that 1 minute portion, or like this 2 minute portion?" I'll send him like a video that's mostly done. I'll be like, "Hey, can you edit like the end part for me? Like I'm out or I'm like with family right now." So without my assistant editor who saved my ass multiple times when I was busy or couldn't do anything, and with this album, I couldn't have done anything without my collaborators, and I couldn't have done anything without my sound engineers. Yeah, everything I do, I have to work with other people. I have to work with a ton of other people, like not only with the assistant editor, but with my videos. Like I have to, all of my thumbnails are drawn, so I have to rely on artists that I know. So I owe it all to people I know because I need those connections, to make things complete in what they are. Cool.
Yeah, that's good. If we could transition, since we spent a pretty good amount of time talking about, the music career that you're working on,
Uh,
everything, how about go on to YouTube? What's YouTube been like for you and everything?
Confusing.
Oh, yeah, YouTube's a really weird
100%
time right
confusing.
now.
Not because of YouTube as a platform, but because of my content. Because I was making whatever I wanted to for a while, and man, if I burp one more time, I'm the most unmannered person. But so
It's
my
fine.
my channel, yeah, I made whatever I wanted to for a while, and I blew up from content I don't want to make. My anonymous asexual, two of them, my two of my anonymous asexual videos blew up, and that's not really content I want to make. That's like the type of content. That type of content comes from YouTubers who make videos that are like, I hate SJWs and Tumblr sucks, and that's not who I am. It was just a quick visitation, where I just, in a really relaxed, chill manner, just kind of looked at it. And that's what people want from me now. That's not what I want to do. So it's like, oh shit, I reached this, metaphorically, overnight success where I don't know what the hell to do now because people want something completely different than what I want. But that's a majority vote, and I already know there's a lot of people who are probably going to support me no matter what more I make. But if I want to push forward and boost myself again and blow up further, I gotta make what the people want. you know. But
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
and the
do
thing is, you
that.
gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's important that I think it's also a good choice that you decided to like kind of like dismiss the more people that wanted the more negative content and focus on the ones that wanted the positive content. Not only because of like it being what you yourself wanted to do, but also because it's making feel good content. I think honestly, it's better for the YouTuber instead of just making constantly negative. Which it's a double edged sword, and it sucks because it is. I think honest to God, when it comes to YouTube or anything on social media, like the negativity kind of like is way more successful than the positivity.
100%.
You know.
100%.
Yeah, not saying that like positivity is never successful. There are definitely big YouTubers that do positive content, but like hell, I think 2 or 3 days ago I tweeted about the whole like map situation. It's my most successful tweet ever, and I'm like, what the fuck, you
Oh
know?
yeah, no.
I'll make a video of that in the future. I'm just like, come on, man.
I agree. Yeah, no, that's me. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to have a good time, not a long one. I don't care if like my channel dies in like 6 months. If I don't have fun making it, I'm not doing it no more. Well, I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm so passionate about music that with YouTube, I don't really have fun making videos anymore. I'm pretty much only still doing it because other people like it. It's not that I don't still have, I didn't lose fun completely. Just, I barely have a spark there. And
Do you think the spark will eventually go away fully?
if it already hasn't, yeah. I mean, if it already has, yeah. Because I said this last time I was here. I mentioned how I don't have fun anymore. And a year and 3 months later, I still don't have fun anymore. But it's like, it really makes me happy. People, well, that's also a double edged sword. People, but it's like having people like my Discord server has like 600 people in it, and it's like having people in there. Like every time I upload, people ping me and they'll like reference something I said in the video. They'll be like, "Hey, dude, good shit," or like people post on Instagram and they'll like quote me. I'm like, I like that. People like my personality and people laugh at what I make and people like it. And I'm like, if I'm making others happy, why the hell not? Why the hell not? We all need a
I
good
could definitely
laugh.
see though. hmm And I can definitely see with like not really enjoying YouTube as much anymore. Like me, I still love making YouTube videos. I
Oh,
would
yeah,
love.
bro.
I'm gonna. Thank you. I know that YouTube is kind of like on its last leg right now, but I will enjoy making the content that I'm making until it's time for YouTube to fully go away. And I'll definitely more so integrate my content to somewhere else, whatever, maybe more so podcasting like.
100%.
But I must say though, I could definitely maybe see. Could you say possibly like agree with me here that like maybe there are a lot of the reason why YouTube that spark has kind of died out is because like just the over demand the whole like process of making videos is like in the how YouTube demands so much from the creator.
Not port. Yeah, partially. Yeah. YouTube is a platform where you have to kind of keep doing it over and over and over, and quantity most definitely overlaps quality. And I'm not a quantity person, so.
hmm I get what you mean. I think like the best balance for YouTube, honestly, is more so like, yeah, quality is definitely a thing, but if you want to really make it successful, I feel like you gotta have to have a nice balance of the two,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Because I even notice people that make super high quality stuff, like YouTube users start to get overwhelmed by that a little bit. Your subscribers will be overwhelmed by like, oh, this is like too much or something like that, or like YouTubers that do too much editing or jump cuts in their
Oh
videos or
God,
stuff, like they get
yeah.
overwhelmed, you know? I'm like, slow down. But yeah, it's just a good balancing act in my
Yeah.
opinion. But the last thing I maybe wanted to talk about before we get out of here for the day is maybe talk about the merch that you were gonna do, maybe like to help inspire some other content creators and what else. I hear that the merch is a big thing you're doing in the future.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna mention one more thing before that though about YouTube. It's like, you know, when you do something for so long, you're not gonna catch the same feel. When we all enter new experiences and try new things, let's say, okay, Seether, have you climbed a mountain before?
No,
Okay, let's say
I climbed the one in Central Park if that
okay, let's
counts.
say you
But
climb a mountain for the first time, and you're like, you get that rush, you get that adrenaline, you get that confusion, all the new aspects of trying something new. And then obviously when you have a skill, it takes a while to master it, and you're always fought with new emotions and new experiences. It's a new passion, it's a new fire burning within you. I don't get that no more. You know, it's cool that my numbers jumped a shitload, but I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm me. You know, so I mean that's just it. With merch, yeah. Before my album releases, April 25th, I for my album releases, with my next video that I'm releasing, I have no idea when. Probably maybe in the next 2 to 3 days. I'm gonna be announcing merch. So actually, by the time this podcast will be out, actually my merch might be out. But yeah, I'm gonna be announcing merch as soon as my next video releases. All the designs are done. Everything's done. Everything's ready. I just basically just need to say, hey, it's out, and it's there. I want to certainly
Definitely get your hands on some Wolficide toilet seat covers before they run out.
I got 5 different designs. They're cool. There's some cool shit. I love it. It's cool stuff. Yeah.
Get some Wolficide hubcaps for your tires.
I don't have either of those options available that you just said. But
get the Wolficide Telegram sticker packs.
I definitely don't have that. I do want a Wolficide 3D model though. So for like VR chat and stuff, that would be nice.
Make sure though, hashtag merch link in bio. That's what I say.
Shit. Yeah, no. People have asked me for merch since I like 200 subs. And I don't know why it took me 2 years. No, I do. It's because I didn't really have contacts back then. Now I do. But it's I'm releasing merch. I got a couple designs. They're pretty cool, and it's cool stuff. I mean, it's not. I'd say only one of the designs is something I'd actually wear casually, but I tried to go off of designs I thought were cool, and have variety to people's different interests and all that, to what they'd want to rep. Especially in this.
Don't say the word. It's all right.
I didn't say the word. It's cool. I changed it.
Okay. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like YouTube's just kind of watching right now. I'll be like, don't say it.
What I just said, I said.
Like YouTube just has the gun to your head and everything with the map.
Yeah, what I just said, I said that in my previous video, and that's monetized. Bypass. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Now, anything else planned for the future besides the merch or the album coming out, dropping?
April 25th.
You got a tour planned or anything?
I got definitely not with the world right now, but I have my plans for the future. I want to work with a few of my inspirations, which are Finest and Spock the Tech, and I want to pursue my record label. We already are pursuing it, but I mean, I want to see the artists I've employed under my record label all release their first projects this year. I want to see I want to see my people go strong. Not only am I gonna get a cut from their releases, you know what I mean, but I want
get them royalty checks.
No, woohoo, yeah. I just want to start some careers. I'm gonna go over for 2 minutes the record label real quick before we end. So I made I decided to make a record label in January, before I blew up. It's called Vampires Are Forever. It's pretty edgy, I know, but my edgy interests and my edgy personality from when I was 14 had to go somewhere. It didn't disappear entirely. So it's called Vampires Are Forever, and I have 6 artists. Six artists employed under it, and I have 2 artists that I'm partnered with, and basically I manage them. I help them with what they're working on, and I advertise them, and I earn a cut. And we're going real strong. I had one artist release his debut album last month, and he has received 6,000 plays on Spotify alone in a month. So, we're going strong. I just want to pursue my record label, and I want to pursue. Yeah, I just want to get with my inspirations and just keep getting bigger from here. I want to grow a platform so I could do what I feel like, and I just want to see my friends go strong in the process.
Yeah, dude, just get that entrepreneurship going. That's what they're saying. 100%. Like the next generation going up, they're just going to be the generation of entrepreneurs.
Oh no, this generation. Although there are a lot of obvious flaws and flukes in my generation, we have a lot of people that are my age, if not even a year or so younger, that are huge. We're doing crazy things because people, I'd say, people born in the 2000s are raised entirely off of the internet, and we have so many opportunities.
2000s and like late 90s.
2000s, late 90s. Not to leave you out. we were basically raised off of internet culture. We have so many opportunities. It's insane. There's so many careers that are created off of the internet every day. So we're next up for sure.
And so that's pretty much going to wrap up this podcast. Thank you again so much, Wolficide, for coming on for a third time.
Of course.
Maybe we'll have you on again if anything other crazy happens or so.
They always will.
Any last words before we head out of here, or before we push all of the, or maybe I should do instead all this stuff again. Remember, check out his merch coming out soon. Check out his new EP or album. Yeah,
16
album.
tracks.
Album coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, 16 tracks coming out soon. April 25th. Hashtag April 25th. Hashtag 4/25.
And I wanna thank Seether for having me on for a third time. He not only did he put a 14-year-old brat, and then
don't say brat, man.
Okay, sorry, depressed 14-year-old brat who had a therapy session, and then
come on,
and then an almost 15-year-old who kind of talked too much to me. I really appreciate you for giving me. Genuinely, I really appreciate you for giving me so many chances and just letting me on.
That's all right, man.
Especially when I was so small back then, just giving me a chance like that. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, like I don't mind coming on and everything. Just don't disrespect me, and you never disrespect me, really. You never be on the podcast. I've only had like one person on the podcast. I'm not saying who disrespected me, and I'm like, that's all.
I don't try to. If I did, my bad. I don't try to.
Yeah, you wouldn't. No one would hear from you again if you disrespected me. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
I try my best.
But yeah. But again, last thing. Remember, Wolficide will be starting off his tour. He'll be having his first concert in North Korea.
Why awesome. North Korea, man? What? No, I'm not. I don't have a tour. I don't have a tour planned yet. Yeah.
Be performing for Kim Jong-un, so that's great.
I'll be performing in your household in approximately 5 minutes.
Yeah. Also, thank you all again so much for watching this episode of SeetherCast and the SeetherCord channel. If you enjoy my content and would further help out that channel, make sure to donate to the Patreon. Also, if you don't want to do a monthly donation, you can do a one-time donation up on Coffee. You can also make sure to please hit that like button, turn on that notification bell, and subscribe all together. Check out the gaming channel, SeetherCord Games, and the no commentary gaming channel, Seether Chills. All will be linked down below in that description. Hashtag merch link in bio. And I've been SeetherCord, and he's been Wolficide. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.